Tomorrow, you could wake up and already have 10 tasks done before you even start working for the day. Anthropic just released yet another feature within Claude Cowork called scheduled tasks. This means you could automatically schedule tasks for a day and a time without APIs, without a workflow builder, and without tools like NAN. You just describe what you want in plain English, give Claude Cowork a date and a time, and it will execute that task over and over and over as a scheduled automation. This could be a morning brief, a weekly check-in on your competitors, or a daily summary of how your content's performing, all done in plain English in Claude Cowork. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, how to set it up, and 5 real use cases you could start using. I'm also going to give you my honest take on whether this can replace tools like NAN and Zapier, and when not to use it, because there are pros and cons to this update. And a quick note is all of the use cases I will be covering are geared towards marketing and growing your business, but that's what this channel is about. You could use this technology to schedule anything for your personal life, for your work, for your hobbies, etc. Let's dive into it. And if you don't know what Claude Cowork is, don't worry. Here's a brief summary of what it is and how you could think about it operating for you. It's not a chatbot necessarily like some of these other LLMs like ChatGPT and even Claude on the free plans. It's an employee that sits on your computer. So like ChatGPT and Claude on the free plans, you have to start every conversation. It can't access the files natively on your computer without you actually going and grabbing them. There's no scheduling or reoccurring tasks. Claude Cowork is very different. It opens files, browses the web, and writes docs. It runs parallel tasks simultaneously, so you can do 10 things at the same time. And now it can actually schedule tasks on autopilot. And this is the update that we'll actually be covering today. So to access Claude Cowork, you need the desktop version of Claude. Just go to claude.com/download, pick your operating system, and grab the desktop app. Then when you log into the desktop app, it will look something like this. You'll see your chat, which is your regular chat history. And this is what Claude usually would look like when you open it up, just like this. You have Cowork, which we're going to be talking about today. And then you have Code. I have so many more videos coming about Claude Code. It's pretty much automating my entire business at this point. So stick tuned for those videos. And Cowork is set up very similar to the regular chats that you're probably used to. You have your chat box right here to ask questions to Claude. You have places to add resources. You can select models, but now you have working in a folder, and this is what just separates it from chat off the bat. You can now select a folder. For example, I have my Dream 100 Outreach. So this is a folder that's locally on my MacBook that now I'm giving access to. You can see right here. I'm allowing it to have access to this, and now it could work within this folder. It could write code within this folder. It could update this folder. It could delete, remove. It could do anything within this folder now that I've given it access to it. And if you want a basic setup guide on Claude Cowork and setting up the right folders, check out my other videos. This is going to be how to schedule tasks within a certain folder. And the new feature today is super game changing because now you could schedule a task within a folder. So for example, for my Dream 100 Outreach, these are outreaches I'm doing for my agency. I could schedule it at 9 a.m. every single day to write me copy for 10 people on this list. Previously, I had to do this myself or I had to have someone else do it. Now it's scheduled every single day like an automation would run. And to use the new feature, it's embarrassingly simple. You hit / schedule, boom, there you go. Now you say what you want to do. Every single day at 9 a.m., I want to schedule 10 prospects to have personalized outreach messages written for within the Dream 100 Outreach folder that you have access to. You'll send something along those lines, and now every day at 9 a.m., it will do this task. It's really that simple. But these are 5 ways you could actually apply this to growing your business or whatever you want to do with it. And yes, it's really that simple. You type in schedule, type in the tasks. I'm going to give you some example prompts right now. Describe what you want, and Claude will do the rest. There is one caveat, though, I really want you to understand. This needs to run when your computer is awake. That's the only way it could happen. So it's not running on a server 24/7 like some of these other automation platforms. This is where NAN, Zapier, Mate.com would have this beat. For most use cases, though, like when your computer is already open anyways, it would work really, really well. So these are things that you want to schedule when you're already on your computer anyways. When you're working throughout the day, maybe on your lunch break, something is generated for you. So your computer has to be on and desktop has to be running. Claude at desktop has to be running. Now that that's covered, I'm going to go into 5 tasks that I'm going to set up for myself that are automatically going to increase my productivity and generate me more leads for my business. So number 1 is going to be the morning brief. I'm going to give you the actual prompt and show you how to set this up in just 1 second. But this is the most important thing for me because if you're overwhelmed with what's going on in the AI space, the new tools, the developments every single day, you're not alone. I would love a morning brief every single day to just tell me a few things. One is, what are the top AI news stories in my niche? Like, what should I be looking for? The stories, developments, things like that. I want to see yesterday's analytics for my social media. And then I want to have a focus recommendation. So given these 2 first things and the data you collect, what should I focus on today? What should I know? How can I be more productive? How can I make more money? How can I get more leads? All of those good things. All right. That is the first thing I'll be doing. So what I'm going to do is just go over to Claude Desktop and go to the Cowork section. Great. We're in the Cowork section. Now I'm just going to simply paste in this prompt. Also, I'm going to make sure I do / schedule before it, then paste in the prompt so it knows exactly when to schedule it. Every morning at 7 a.m., create this document here with today's date. look in this folder here. So this is on my local machine. This has a bunch of my context. Look at what I did yesterday, search the web for top 3 AI stories, and then based on what you find, give me a direction. And then keep this under 3 minutes. I want this report to be short. I want to be able to consume it and then go on with my day. Now, one thing I want to notice is this folder right here does not match this. You want to make sure that these correspond. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to actually change the folder to Attract AI Marketing, allow, and now it's going to operate in the right folder. If you need to add another folder, just hit choose a different folder. It will take you to your operating system, choose that right folder to make sure you're aligned there. I'm just going to keep it at Opus 4.6, powerful model, and then I'm going to hit let's go. And by the way, all of the prompts I'll be covering in this video will be for completely free down below if you want to grab them and follow along. So I just thought through for probably 25 seconds here. It's going to create the schedule. It's looking through the massive folder I gave it and now has a structure for how the folder is laid out. And it's going ahead and creating the brief. It's going to create a task every single morning. So this is the task and this is the schedule. So this is the time. And it's going to create this document with the 3 things that I just mentioned. All right. So that is what it did. It said you could also run this anytime in Claude Code, which I'm going to save for another video. This can be specific to Cowork. The command file lives, and this is the file that it's in. So if I ever wanted to find it within my actual machine or in Claude Code, I could reference it there. What I want to say is, could I just see an example output for today if I were to run this, or if this were have run this morning? Cool. Best thing about voice dictation is you barely have to type anymore. You can build some crazy stuff. So let's see what it does here. It's going to generate me a brief as if it was scheduled out for today. And again, this is scheduled. So if I don't do anything at 7 a.m. tomorrow, this is going to generate for me. And I don't have to do one single thing, just like an automation would work. And over here, you have the progress that it's making. You have the folder that it's working in, and then the resources it's accessing. And then it also has context. So obviously it has to search the web to find like trends that I'm asking for. So that's just what's going on over here on the right. All right, now this is what it says. It says the brief found 10 video projects from yesterday. So I actually worked on 10 videos yesterday. So that is true. It pulled 3 major stories, which I'm going to read in a second. And then this is what the recommendation said. It said, focus on filming the Claude Cowork video, which I'm doing right now, and Claude Code videos while the scripts are fresh and the news cycle is hot. So what I'm gonna do is open this up. I recommend opening things up in VS Code. If you don't have that downloaded, I'm just gonna open it up right here so it's more familiar to you. And this is the morning brief for the 26th. So it actually did it for tomorrow, which is also fine. So this is what I worked on yesterday pretty much. Which is all true. By the way, these are all videos that are coming. I'm on an absolute Claude Cowork rampage right now, building stuff for like $20 that used to cost 10K. Like, it's crazy what you could do. So make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. They're going to be coming later this week. That's what I did yesterday. So it's giving me a summary there. It's giving me 3 news stories like NVIDIA, Google. I didn't even know this actually. I'm going to try this out later today. And then Meta, did steal that. And then today's focus based on what I did yesterday and these 3 news stories. Today's focus should be filming the videos. You have 10 scripts from yesterday. That's rare momentum. Yep, makes sense. And cool. And then citing the sources here as well so I could fact check that, which is just amazing. Now, that is all you have to do to schedule a task like this and get a morning brief every single day of something you need. This could be for a business. This could be for your personal life. This could be for your health and fitness. The possibilities are quite literally endless. Now that you see how easy it is to actually set this up within Claude Cowork, these are the other 4 use cases I recommend you looking into. And again, all 5 of the prompts are in the description for completely free. The second one is a weekly analytics digest. This is basically pulling the total views from your content and your social media. This could also pull business metrics like your close rate, how many leads were opting in, how many sales calls you took, all of those good things. And it's going to flag stuff that's doing well. So for social media, I post dozens of pieces of content every single week. I want a weekly digest every single Monday or every single Friday so I can see what's working, what's not, and I can scale into and put my attention towards the things that are outperforming the average. So these will be called outliers. That's a weekly digest. You can do it for any part of your business. I specifically use it for content. Next is monitoring your competition on autopilot. Every single Friday or every single day, you could see exactly what your competition is doing, specifically on social media. So if you're creating content, which I recommend you do, if you watch my other 100 videos, it will change your life. You can see what your competitors are doing, the scripts that they're writing, the ideas that are working, what's not working for them. They could flag outliers for you. So Claude could actually tell you what's working and draw in the video link so you could take a look and then recreate it for yourself. And then topic trends as well among your competition. I already have this going for about 50 of my competitors and actually helped me write the script of this video you're seeing right now. Next is weekly content prep. So once you actually see what's working for your competition, like use case number 3, we could prep the content every single Sunday. So Sunday and Saturday, my weekends are usually when I prep the content and I film throughout the week. This is something that can be done now on a single schedule. So every single Sunday at 6 p.m., I could have 3 articles drawn up, key points, and 1 hook. Like this could be just given to me in a markdown file. I could open it, I could tweak on it, and then I go from there. So this is hours of research saved. Now it's just doing it for me on my behalf. So instead of that being a calendar block, so an hour every single Sunday of me doing research, now it's just doing it for me on my behalf. So it saves me a bunch of time. Final use case is number 5. And this is the end of the week recap. So this is how much content I published, the key metrics, and then just honest reflection. Was it an up week? Was it a down week? Were analytics and views up? Were CTR up? Or leads up? Like all of these things come into play here. Again, this is for marketing because I think this technology is best used to grow your business because a lot of you guys are running businesses, but this could be for anything. Health gains, weight loss journey, whatever it is. So now that you've seen the 5 use cases, I really recommend dive into it. Here's a little setup tip for you. Don't do a weak prompt like this. Do something strong, give it the actual time, give it the frame, give it the output of what you expect, things of that nature. Again, the stronger the actual folder setup that you have, the better that Claude Cowork is going to be able to work within that folder. So make sure you check out my other videos on how to actually set up Claude Code in your desktop and the folders on your laptop for everything to work smoothly. But that's exactly how you could have tasks running while you are sleeping and be 20 times more productive than you ever could be before. If you want to grab the free prompts, they're in the description. We also have dozens of more resources in our paid community down below. I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.